Peace family, peace family. Chef Joseph the Entrepreneur back at you again with another video. Man, today is May 20th, about 7:50 a.m. this morning. And I wanted to talk to you about when the season is up in your life. When the season is up in your life. I don't know about y'all, but have you ever tried to hold on to something that has no longer served its purpose? You know, you try to fight with it, you try to reason with it, you try to hold on to things, and the season is clearly up. In the season that we're in now, with the shift that's happening globally, the season is up for old belief systems, for old ideology in our thinking. And sometimes we want to hold on to those old ideologies, not realizing that the season is actually up. You know, seeing people losing jobs, seeing people hold on to things that are just no longer beneficial to them. That typically means the season is up. You have to change battlefields. You know what I'm saying? Change battle tactics. And yeah, it's an interesting subject. Some of you are in relationships that are no longer serving you. Some of you have realized that you're actually with the wrong or tied to the wrong individual, whether it be male, female, or indifferent. And you realize that the season is up. You know, you tried to fight, you tried to hold on to things that it's just not producing any fruit. You know, the scripture talks about, and I hadn't read the scripture in a long time, but it talks about when the tree that bears forth, that puts forth no fruit, you know, is cut down and cast into the fire. So with that being said, you know, we have trees that are in our lives, you know, as an example, that are just not producing any fruit. And it is not wise to continue to hold on to things that are not producing any fruit. You know, those things need to be cast down and basically put into the fire, you know. And so that is one thing that I've noticed, that we want to hold on to things that clearly are not serving us. Excuse me, I'm letting this window up. Traffic, people pulling up. So what do you do when you realize you're in these situations that the season is clearly up? What do you do? Well, in my opinion, the answer is quite simple. Walk away. I know it's going to hurt. I know it stings. I know that it's not that easy. If you can walk away civilly, that's the best thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Just have a conversation. You know, and just, hey, hopefully the person or the situation will adapt to, you know, or respect your position, you know, because the season is clearly up. You know, in 2026, you know, again, there's a lot happening, and some of you are stuck in situations that you don't know which way to turn. You don't know what to do, how to tell this person this or tell that person that. Like Nike said, just do it. The season is up. And when you make that decision, don't expect others to take that lightly. You know, some people have emotions invested into it. Some people have their personal feelings invested into it. And yes, it's going to hurt. It's going to sting. But it's better to be honest than to not be honest at all. That's what I see. It's definitely better to be honest, you know, and to get that off of you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you're the one telling the truth. And it's your truth. And it's your path, you know, that you have to walk. And the last thing you want to do is to get to the end of your life and realize that, hey, you know, I've been living a life, you know, designed by other people. That's not a good feeling, you know. So when the season is up, you know, you have to basically move into that next season. And hopefully you move into it with a clear purpose. You know, that is a very important thing, so you can get the fulfillment and live your life to the fullness of what the Most High has created for you to do. like and subscribe to the channel. You know, I know for me, I took a break from YouTube totally. You know, just a couple of weeks actually. You know, I just need to kind of recalibrate and I actually made some very good changes. You know, healthy changes actually, and just basically stepping back and reevaluating, which that video talked about that yesterday, about reevaluating things that were in my life and what was serving me, what was not. And I can tell you one of the main things was other people with games, people not for real. And then they step into the arena, of the master, you know, and then it's like, we're not playing here. We're about business. This is what we do. And so, yeah, those type of conversations, you know. So anyway, I just want to drop this video just to let you know that when the season is up in our lives, you know, you have to recognize these things. You know, there'll be signs that'll be sent to you that clearly will let you know that the season is up in your life. You know, sometimes things just don't feel the same anymore. Sometimes you just don't see eye to eye anymore. Then, you know, there may be a little bit more arguing and bickering more than before. Animosity, unknown animosity, jealousy within your own relationships. You know, that means the season is probably up. And in today's time, the way people process things, in my opinion, if you can talk through these things, that's the best way, because sometimes people will just crash out on you. You know what I'm saying? They crash out and, just flip the script. You know, you see stories of people unaliving people, you know, basically because she don't want him anymore. She doesn't want to be with him anymore. He doesn't want to be with her anymore. You know, and you don't have to you don't have to go that route. There are many women and many men out here, you know, that you can date. You know what I'm saying? I'm a heterosexual male, period. Don't got nothing to do with anything else or anybody else, you know. But there are plenty of people to date out here, you know. And just because one relationship doesn't work out, it could be saving you or releasing you for the relationship that's supposed to be there, you know. But the key to it is recognizing when that season is up. But he came during the CivilWar.com. That's the sponsor of this channel for this particular segment. Check out their website, and you'll see the next level of the Chef Joseph movement. But however, just realize when the season is up, you know, it's just time to let go and walk away. Lick your wounds. Just know that you did the best that you could by that situation. That's why it's always good to be honest with people. You know, I was in a situation it's been a while ago. It was like I just came straight up, you know. It wasn't anything negative, but it was just, I stated my position and where I was at this particular time in my life, you know. And was it wrong? No. Was it right? Absolutely. It was the right thing to do and the right thing to say, because you don't want to mislead anyone or anything or anybody or any situation. You don't want to mislead and walk into falsehood and manipulation. Not that I'm a manipulator, but you just want to be honest. And yes, it may sting. Sure, it may sting. But it's better to be honest and live in that truth, you know what I'm saying? Because you can actually save relationships that way, you know. And so I advise y'all to do the same, is that when you realize the season is up in your life, hey, sit down and have a conversation and state your claim. You know, civilly, that is, you know. That's if people are reasonable enough to sit down and do it, because the world now is a little different. You know, not everybody has that processing capacity and to basically sit down and listen to a civil conversation. But y'all be encouraged by this video. Thank you for your time. Chef Joseph the Entrepreneur, just dropping another video. Thank you. Have a great, fantastic day. All right, peace.